Hi guys, it's me Alisa, and I'm going to do a video today on how to know when it's time to move on. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I've just never gotten around to it, and I haven't recorded this already. This is my first time. I also haven't written anything down. Like, I literally have nothing in my lap except for a taco. So I don't really know what I'm going to say, but God has gifted me with the gift of speech. He's really good at just giving words to me and making them just flow out of my mouth to help you guys. So that's what I'm going to be relying on. Also, excuse this lighting. I'm in my car right now. So okay, how do I know when it's time to move on? So many people, we get out of a relationship and we find ourselves dwelling on our ex for the longest time, either because we want to, we want to purposely keep them close because we are confident that we're going to get them back one day, and we don't want to move on because we are so confident that they're going to come back. So we don't want to sleep with other people or date other people because you don't want to tarnish y'all's little relationship. But some of us purposely, or not purposely, not accidentally either, I don't know what the word is, unintentionally cannot stop dwelling over our ex. Like, you'll go out, you'll date new people, you'll see new people, you'll do everything that you need to, but you still find yourself completely hung up on your ex for whatever reason. You find that often all the things that you're doing to forget about your ex, or everything that you do at all, everything that you do in general, all the parties you go to, all the clubs you go to, all those drinks that you drink, all of it, all those selfies that you post, you realize that all of it is for your ex. All of it is just to feed this persona you got going on, to feed this facade that you're hoping your ex sees. So, yum. So, there's so many people who are in this situation. We either, we don't want to make it obvious that we're moving on, or we make it completely obvious that we're moving on, but we can't. But there are signs that you absolutely just need to move on, no matter what you do, no matter what you want, or no matter what you think is best. There's always going to be signs that you just need to move on. I believe in if you love something, fight for it. I also believe in if you love something, let it go. But there is just a time in the world where you just need to drop everything and just let it be. And I guess just to start off, obviously, ew, I have taco in my teeth. Obviously, if your ex is with someone new, look, it is not your business if their relationship is real or not. It's not your business if their relationship is a rebound because yours failed. It's not your business whether or not he's really in love with her or he's just using her. All of that is not your business. What your business is what you do, not what your ex is doing with someone else. They could be completely in love with each other, or they could just be using each other for sex, but that's not your business. And you know what? I know it's so easy to keep up with your ex, or stalk his new boo, or get your friends to intervene. It's so easy to do all of that, but it's destroying you slowly but surely. It's destroying you because you are teaching yourself that it is not okay to live with the cold, hard truth. So therefore, you constantly have to dig through things and look through things just to feel satisfied about yourself. But it's destroying you. It's better to not know everything. What you don't know doesn't hurt you. There's a reason why after the breakup, my ex and I cut each other off everything, every form of social media possible, because I don't want to know what he's doing. I don't want him to know what I'm doing, and he doesn't want to know what I'm doing. We don't want anything to do with each other, and we don't want to be in each other's lives anymore because we know what we're doing now, that we're single, is going to hurt. So you have to stop. You have to absolutely quit worrying about what they're doing, even if it's real, even if it's fake, even if they're trying to make you jealous. Act like you've never met them before. Act like they're just some random person that you've never come across, and they're just all of a sudden going crazy with other people. But it's not your business. It's not your business what he's doing. It's not your business what she's doing. All that your business is what you're doing. Take all the time and energy and maybe even money that you're spending on your ex and spend it on yourself. What are you going to do? We can spend 30 minutes stalking our ex on Instagram, or we can spend 30 minutes in the gym. Something is going to come out with a much better difference. You can spend, 3 months getting your ex back, or you can spend 3 months reading a very, very good book. Take your time that you're putting towards your ex and put it towards something that will better you, because you're spending your time slowly destroying you, getting your hopes up, making yourself look like an idiot. You're not healing at all. You're lying to yourself when you could be feeding yourself. You could be going to the gym. You could be hanging out with new friends. You could be reading new books. I literally I just had a heart attack. I just had a heart attack. I thought I was about to be murdered. You could be, wow. You could be using this time and energy to spend on something much more efficient than stalking your ex. I promise you. So just take your time and energy and shift it. So the first thing is, if your ex is dating someone, that's the first sign. A second sign is if they completely just don't want to talk to you anymore. You know, you can contact your ex, say, hey, how are you? And it's one thing to ignore them, or if your ex is ignoring you, yeah, that's a sign to leave them alone, but it's not like a solid sign. A more solid sign is if they blatantly say, I do not want to talk to you anymore. I do not want to be in communication with you anymore. I have plenty of exes where if they were to text me, I wouldn't text them back. Not because I don't hate them, but just because I don't really, I'm not in the mood to talk right now, but that doesn't mean like I never want to talk to them ever again. However, if I blatantly tell somebody, do not talk to me ever again, that's how you know it's done. Obviously, some girls will say that just to like put on a face because we want you to fight for us, but if they literally go out of their way, like if you send your ex a message and say, hey, and they say, do not talk to me ever again, that's one thing. But if you completely say, hey, let's hang out, hey, let's get dinner, let's do this, and every single time they shoot you down, they deny, like, leave me alone, blah, 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 then leave them alone, move on. Yeah, sure, maybe if they say leave me alone one time, if you completely love them and you do want to be with them, try it maybe one or two more times, just to see, just in case they're being a little hard-headed. But, if they persistently do not want anything to do with you, no contact with you whatsoever, leave them alone, because they are trying to heal. Yummy. They are trying to get over you. I really thought she was going to murder me, and they're just trying to just forget about you. So the first one is if they're with someone new, it's not your business as to whether or not it's serious or not. Second one is if they persistently do not want to talk to you, and they make it clear they don't want to talk to you. And the third one is if it's just been a long time. I guess that's just my final point. If it's been so long as to where, your ex is obviously fine without you, you're obviously fine without them, you haven't heard anything from them, they haven't given you any signs that they miss you. And guys, keep in mind, the smallest things are signs. The smallest things. It doesn't have to be a letter in the mail saying, I love you, I miss you. Like, even the smallest signs, like a happy birthday, or nothing. Like, absolutely nothing for a long time. Like, years. I would say years, because you can easily do no contact for months and months and months. But I'm saying, like, if it's been a very long time, you guys are obviously going different directions in life. If you're going to this school, she's going to this school, she's studying to be this, you're studying to be that. If you guys are obviously on extremely different paths, you haven't heard from each other. Maybe she's dated a lot more people, or he's dated a lot more people, and they're both single, or he's single or she's single. Like, if it's so clear that obviously you've been erased from their life, like you look at their life and there's no sign of you, that's the third sign. But if there's still, moments where you feel like you guys are somewhat connected, if you every now and then bump into each other, or you talk to each other, if your friends are still really good friends, or if your parents are friends, or if you guys have a class together, you work together, like if there's little things like that, that obviously, that can still keep you guys like psychologically intertwined with each other. But I mean absolutely nothing for months and months and months and years and years and years on end, let them go. You know when it's time to move on. Everyone wakes up one morning and they feel that shift in their heart that says, I need to let go, I need to move on. And sometimes you feel it and you ignore it, or sometimes you feel it and you really pursue it. So it's up to you. There's a lot more signs, that you need to just let go. There's a lot more, like little stupid small ones, but I think all those little small categories fall into these three main ones. The first one is they're with someone new. The second one is they persistently do not want to talk to you, and they make it clear they don't want to talk to you. And the third one is you guys are on completely separate paths. But if you guys still are somewhat connected, maybe it can work. Maybe, if you just keep hanging in there. But the third, I guess a fourth bonus one is maybe if you guys have just changed, like your personalities have changed, that's like a bonus one. If all of a sudden, you guys were together and you both loved the same things and you did the same things, but now maybe she really loves rock and roll and has a bunch of tattoos, and he really loves fishing and has a fish hook hanging on his ball cap, and he goes to the lake every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday and Sunday. Like, if you guys are obviously completely different people, maybe then it's not going to work. So, but that number 4 could fall under number 3 if you guys are completely going different ways in life. So keep that in mind. There's so many signs that you guys are not meant to be together. I'm stuttering. That's what happens when I talk too fast. So if you have if you want to say, hey Alisa, this is what I'm going through, blah blah blah, do you think that that's a sign that we're not meant to be together? Like, if you want to ask me a specific trait or quality, I will lovingly like address it for you. But as of right now, I am using my iPhone to record this. I don't have a lot of storage, and I'm in a parking lot running my gas right now. So, but I definitely do think that underneath those three categories are many subcategories. So, all I can say is that when you know, you know. When you know you love somebody, you know. You know, even if you ignore it, even if you distract yourself from it, if you love somebody, you cannot deny it. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far apart you guys may get, if you love someone, you love someone. And it's the same thing. You know when it's time to move on, when you know. You feel it. You feel it, and as soon as you feel it, you can't deny it. Sometimes you can keep fighting for it, you know, you can keep giving it chances, or you can follow your heart and maybe try to get them back if that's what you think, you know, you need to do. But sometimes it's also better to just pull the plug. But remember, there's been a lot of couples that have pulled the plug, and they found, you know, they were single for a while, but then they always found their way back to each other, because no matter how much time passed, it could be years, they were what's best. Just listen to your heart, know what's best for you, really pray about it, think about it, put yourself first, do what makes you happy, forget what people think. I know a lot of people, they what did I just say? They compartmentalize everything. Like, my past stays in my past, my present is what's going on now, and my future is gonna happen when it happens. Well, guess what? Your future is now. Tomorrow is the future, but in a couple hours we'll be in tomorrow. Like, literally, your future is your present, honestly. And you literally, your past doesn't mean it can't be in the future. And sometimes your future can be in your past. If you date someone in the future and then y'all break up, they're going to be in your past. Like, the orders don't matter. Past, present, future, it doesn't matter, because what's meant to be, it won't be, because I don't believe in that, but like, it will be what you make it. If you want your past to be your future, it will be. If you want your present to be your past, make it your past. You're literally in control of everything you want, honestly. Everything is what you choose to do. Everything is what you feel. I got a notification. Yeah, so you choose what you want. You know, if you're thinking, oh, I really want this person back, but it's been so long and we probably are two different people, and that's your freaking heart telling you to go talk to them. So go call them up, say, hey, yo, let's get some coffee. Go talk to them and see how it goes. You never know. Maybe your past is your future, or maybe your past needs to stay your past. You never know unless you do the free will option of finding out. So definitely be open to new ideas. Listen to your heart. You know, our brain is one thing. Our brain is like a very practical little bitch. It's always like, do this, don't do that. But your heart will tell you where you need to go, what you need to do, who you need to be with. So just listen to it, pray about it, and always come to me if you need help. But I am about to move into my apartment, and I've been really busy with work. I am working 2 jobs right now, so pray for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you guys want to contact me, play my video, contact me, because I don't want to like type everything. So, all right, bye guys, peace out.